back to sleep. Don't do that. I wanted to watch. You'll stay up if you wake up right now. Oh, you just had to ruin it. Obviously, I'm talking. No one else is in the room. And as far as I can tell, none of the other dolls in your workshop can do it. Too stupid too. Heads of paint and glue. That's what happens when you spend your whole life being thrown around by babies till your arms and legs fall off. Oh, you knew what to expect when that freeloader housemate sent me here. I won't forget the awful things he said about me. When he moved into my house, he brought his loud family with him. He couldn't be bothered to tell them to keep their mouths shut, even when my previous housemaid warned him. So of course I was going to give them all a hard time, drawing all over his important papers, and the kids' homework didn't cut it. So he stopped getting light and hot water, and eventually I had to make it obvious for all of them. Then he tried to throw me out of my own house. My house. As if I haven't lived there since before even his great-grandpa was born. Can you believe the audacity? The only reason I haven't gone back, like the last couple of times he tried, is because he promised you would fix me up so I could go back to how I used to be. He's not doing it to be nice, you know. He wants to make me worth selling to some poor sap, so he doesn't have to deal with me. I just wasn't cute enough before. It's tough getting him to tell anyone else what they'd be getting into by buying me. I'm surprised he even told you. But I guess he had to, so you didn't end up giving me back before you were done. I made sure not to say anything until you were. If you were scared, you wouldn't have finished. How did you know how to do all this? All those new dolls that my housemates bring in look a lot different from me. They're all small and bendy, and I've never seen them break. I haven't seen anyone like me in a long time. So I thought, am I the only one left? Really? Have you seen any? Did you fix any of the others before me? Oh, that must explain this then. How old are you? Oh, did you learn from your great-grandpa? Is there actually a book about me? Huh. Then, how did you figure out what I was supposed to look like? Oh, I don't know what that is. So like a picture book? But just with dolls like me? I see. That makes sense. One of my first memories was sitting together with a lot of other dolls like me. So maybe it was one of them. It was a really long time ago, before I was brought to my house. Honestly, it almost feels like that day again. It's hard to remember how my old clothes looked. It's not entirely the same, but I think it's pretty close. I really like it. I'm sure any doll would tell you that if they could. Anyone would appreciate getting rid of the dust and the bugs. They didn't listen when I asked them to leave me alone. They just had to ruin my clothes. No one else has ever bothered cleaning me up. You're the first one. My first housemate wouldn't let anyone touch me. She said I was too beautiful and would break if anyone tried. Well, I broke anyway. And then I was too ugly and scary to touch. It was one thing or another. But in the end, I just wasn't allowed to play with anyone. All the other dolls did. Didn't matter what kind they were. Anytime a new doll came in, they got to play with the housemates. They weren't beautiful, or ugly, or scary. They were just worth playing with. I was always scared that I would break if I got to play. But the more you watch, the more you wish you could be a part of that. After a while, I decided I wanted to see what it was like for myself. So I tried to join in. Problem is, I wasn't invited. And everyone notices when you show up uninvited. If they don't start screaming when I move, they sure do when I talk. I know, it's not normal. I've never seen another doll move or talk. But maybe they don't need to. Because they're already getting to do what they want without having to try. They're able to fulfill their purpose of playing and making others happy. If they're not going out of their way to make their needs known, those needs are clearly being met. But obviously, talking about my needs hasn't gotten me anywhere. Other than being sent here. Well, you did fix me up. That's one thing I needed. It's not exactly playing, but it's the closest I've ever gotten to it. And it felt really nice. How can you tell if a doll is back to their old self? I mean, how do you know if they're good enough to play with again? Do you ever, test it? Really? Could we? Oh, there's so many things I've wanted to try. Everything always looks like so much fun. I think I really want to try playing house. That looked like the most fun. No, I just wanted to be with us. No other dolls. They already get to play enough. And besides, I don't want you to be talking for them. It's just you and me. I want to be the wife, and I can't pretend to like another doll. I don't have to pretend to like you. I already like you. You're nice. So, I want you to follow along. Okay? I'll start. Knock, knock. Oh, hello there, darling. I just got back from my appointment at the repair shop. Do you think I look good? Yes, the owner did an excellent job. See my new outfit? It's all the rage right now. I look just as good as I did in the olden days. I was very popular back in my day, I'll have you know. In fact, I received at least 5 proposals a day before we got married. Thankfully, they've stopped now that they can't compete with you. Well, you are just the nicest, sweetest, and the cutest. And no one makes tea just as good as you do. Oh, did you make some for me? This is why I love you so much, darling. I've never had tea more delicious than yours. Mwah. But now we must retire to bed. You've worked so hard today, and all of these errands I've had to run have made me exhausted. I won't take all the sheets like last time, but I think you should hug me if you want to keep warm tonight. It's very cold out, and I don't want you getting sick. Don't worry, you won't hurt me at all. The repair shop owner made me strong enough for many hugs. Come on. Try it out. Yeah, this is good. No, don't go to sleep yet. I want you to stay up now. You don't have to get up early tomorrow. It's your shop. You can open whenever you want. Oh, he's not coming to pick me up, is he? I don't want to go back. He can keep the house. He wins. I don't like it there anymore. I think he'd be happy, knowing I'd rather stay here instead. Doesn't matter how much he paid to get me fixed. His entire goal was to get rid of me. It's not a loss if he gets exactly what he wanted. Can't I stay? You like dolls. And you actually love me. You've got to. You did all of this for me. I won't be a bother or get in the way of your work. I promise. As long as you play with me as much as your other dolls, I'll be happy. Please, if I go back, I don't know if anyone will ever play with me again. Because you made me too beautiful. But you're still willing to play with me and hold me like this? I don't want that to go away. Even if you try to give me away, I'll just come back. This feels more like a home than my old one. And you're a much better housemate. So, I won't break your things or draw on your important papers. But I will sleep in your bed and take all the sheets for myself. Then you'll just have to hug me to get them back. If it's good enough for other dolls not to bother anyone, it'll be good enough for me. So can I stay? Please? Oh, you don't have to worry about that. My old housemate doesn't matter anymore. Just tell him I'm too broken to fix, and he won't come back. I'll give him a piece of my mind if he does want me back. But I doubt it. I still think he paid for you to keep me. Well, we'll find out tomorrow. Either way, I'm sure he'll be happy to leave me behind. For your sake and mine. I hope no one wakes you up. Sleep for as long as you want. And don't let go. Letting go would hurt me more than crushing me with a hug. Remember, You can always fix me. But at least I'll know I'm loved.